Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be showing you guys something really cool. So this is something that I think would be awesome for either a future update or even a future game mode for online, and that would be a Battlegrounds mode for GTA. So whether it's going to be Battle Royale or whether it's a Hunger Games style, or what I think would work best, very similar to the popular game PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Well, one of my friends, Sunny, has actually created an amazing trailer for what something like that could actually look like. And I reached out to him. I said, yo, this looks amazing. I know, people watching my videos would want to see this and they might agree with you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a little bit of the trailer that he's created. If you want to see the full thing, slide on over to his channel. I'll leave a link to it in the description, as well as a bunch of other stuff we're going to be talking about as well. But let's first take a look at this trailer and just see how awesome something like this could be.
Dropping in 10 seconds.
There's a lot of money at stake.
3, 2, 1.
There are a lot of opportunities. Each contender buys himself in with $20,000. You get airdropped into the arena. Winning a lot of money is nice. Killing your rivals, priceless. All you need to do is find a weapon, find armor, and then it's up to you.
20 players remain.
So that was pretty cool, right? And that should give you a pretty good idea of what a game mode like that could actually be, which I think is amazing. Now, let's talk about the style that I would like to see. Like I said, I think it would be cool if it was based very similarly to the way PlayerUnknown's Battleground works right now, where 100 people jump into an arena and it's essentially a fight to the death. You have to battle to find loot, get the best weapons, get the best position, while all at the same time battling a force field or a circle that's constantly getting smaller, pushing you closer and closer to your enemies, almost forcing you to engage in other players. So Sunny has also created a petition, and he has a signature goal of 5,000. So let's actually see how close we can get to something like that. And who knows, Rockstar might see this petition and say, hey, this is an amazing idea, and we would love to eventually introduce this into the game. So let's talk about Sunny's idea. He says, GTA Online Battlegrounds is a battle royale game set in Los Santos. Each contender buys himself in with $20,000. You get airdropped into a huge arena set in Los Santos. The goal is to find weapons, attachments, and armor and kill all your rivals. The play zone will get smaller over time, so all contenders will be pushed towards each other. The last man standing will get a good portion of the buy-in pot. So I know what you guys are saying right now. Could this actually work in Grand Theft Auto Online? Yes, it could. All the elements are already here. Well, let's talk about how we would get into the arena. Well, we have giant aircrafts like Titans and even cargo planes that could be used. In fact, Rockstar used the cargo plane on one of the MOC missions. I think it was one of the ones with the Oppressor where we actually jump out the back. So this could be something that very easily could be introduced. And even if Rockstar wants to get, a little finicky, they don't like the cargo plane, well, we could just use the cargo bob. We've seen adversary modes where we literally drop into the map with a cargo bob. We have parachutes as well that you can pull or activate at any time to get yourself to a specific location. And there's plenty of really cool areas on the map that this could be used in. Now, would I think Rockstar used the entire map? Probably not. But there could be nice potential locations like Palito Bay, the forest area, obviously Los Santos, that could work really well. Now, in addition to that, you might be asking, well, how will Rockstar introduce this? They could obviously do it as an adversary mode. Now, I know the word adversary mode kind of freaks people out a little bit, but I think this could be amazing. An adversary mode where they feature 7 distinct locations, different spots around the map, that would have 30 different players. Obviously, I don't think Rockstar could get 100 players in this, but 30 would be really nice. So if there were 7 total maps, I think that would be amazing. Now, Sunny mentions that you'll be able to find weapons, attachments, and armor dotted around the map in unmarked crates. Now, you have to look for them in logical locations, and these will also be dynamic, so you won't find crates in the same spot. Be fast and be careful. You best avoid conflict if you find yourself unarmed at the start. And you also might be asking yourself, well, is this foreign to Rockstar? No, it's not. They did this in GTA 4's multiplayer where guns were just scattered around the map. and you had to find them so that you could go kill other players. So they've done this in previous GTA games. So I think that that would be pretty easy and pretty exciting to introduce as well. So let's talk about that gear. We have weapons and attachments. Finding weapons will obviously be key. You'll find them in crates. You'll be able to pick up the weapon. The crate will disappear. Attachments include sniper scopes, which will increase range, barrel attachments, which can silence weapons or increase range, foregrips, which will increase accuracy, and different ammo types to increase damage, which we obviously saw added with gun running. So that's something they could do. And all the attachments are already in the game, like foregrips, barrel attachments, scopes. All of that can already be found at the ammunition store. So this isn't something new that Rockstar have to go out of their way and add into the game. Now he also mentions armor and health. These kits are set. You'll find armor and a few snacks to keep you going. These are more common than weapons and attachments. There would also be vehicles. Vehicles are a huge part of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, whether it's boats or bikes or, military UAVs. So I think that would be pretty cool. And Sunny says you'll be able to find vehicles as well, but be careful. They're handy from getting you from point A to point B, but they're also very loud and you will appear on the map for a short amount of time. The next thing he discusses are enemies. He says you and your enemies will buy yourself in with $20,000. So it's essentially like a tournament style mixed with the premium race, which I think would actually be interesting. If there was like a multi-$100,000 reward for winning this, that would be incredible. He says the winner of the tournament will walk away with a nice chunk of the pot. In the arena, you and your enemies will appear on the radar at all times. Killing your enemies will get you $5,000. A good show should be rewarded. Dying will make you lose your entire buy-in no matter what spot you end up in. He furthermore goes on to say, campers will be put at a major disadvantage. If a player sticks around in the same spot for too long, he will be marked on the map for everyone to see for a short amount of time. So stay moving or be killed. Now, speaking of the play zone, Sunny mentions that over time, the play zone will get smaller. Every 5 minutes, the zone will decrease in size. If you're out of boundaries, a device planted inside your body will blow up, and needless to say, you're out. In the end, the play zone will be small. You're forced to fight it without your contenders. So this is something that could also be utilized because guess what? Rockstar already have a sort of zone feature like that into the game. Do you remember that free mode event that Rockstar had? I believe it was called Penned In. And then they even did like one with the biker DLC. It's either called like Zoned In or something like that. It's the same thing. You essentially have to stay close to one another. The zone eventually gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And if you're outside the zone, either a timer goes off and you die, or in this case, something would explode inside of you. So literally all the details and all the assets needed to pull off a game mode like this are already in the game, which makes it even that much more easier for Rockstar to consider. Now, the only real thing that would require some work from Rockstar would be the picking up of attachments and giving the player the option to add it or take it away from their gun, because we really don't see anything like that in the game. We just do that at the ammunition gun store. So that might be a little bit tricky, and that might be one of the things that prevents Rockstar from doing something like this. Or maybe they could make it very simple. Like as soon as you walk over an attachment, it's applied to your gun. They probably wouldn't make it way too complicated where they would have to do a whole lot of extra work, but I think this would be a pretty awesome game mode. And Sunny also mentioned something very interesting, as this might be highly lucrative for Rockstar. So the buy-in would be a pretty nice business prospect for them as well. You have 30 players that are spending $20,000 on a tournament. That's a lot of money, and then 29 of those players will lose the money while one player walks away rich. It sounds like a great idea for them to possibly get some more shark card sales for online. So I think this could be, number one, great for the community because it's a game mode that I think a lot of people would want to see, but it could also be a great thing for Rockstar to do as well. Because right now, the adversary modes, when they're double money in RP, we play them because it's a lot of money, but then that's it. They become a barren wasteland. I think that if a game mode like this came out, whether it's an adversary mode or something completely different, its own separate update, literally called Grand Theft Auto Online Battlegrounds, I think players would play this regardless. I think the idea of fighting other people for money and power and position is something that appeals to the Grand Theft Auto Online community. So I could see a lot of people wanting to jump into this and do this, having a lot of fun with their friends and their crew members. And I think that given the success of previous Battle Royale games, whether it's H1Z1's King of the Kill or more recently PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, it's safe to say that they are incredibly popular. And we know Rockstar is trying to extend the life of online. In fact, the president of their parent company, Take-Two Interactive, said the same thing. they're trying to increase the life of online. Well, this certainly would. A game mode that essentially writes itself, is easy to understand and easy to play, and has a pretty penny buy-in and payout, which obviously would make players interested and would increase Rockstar's bottom line. So once again, I'll leave all the links in the description so you can check this out for yourself. I think this concept is incredibly cool. So if you want to sign the petition or see the rest of the trailer, I'll leave a link to it in the description. Also, let me know what you think about it. Would you like to see something like this in online? I think this would be pretty cool, but I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you did go and enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. Without the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.